So I got awakened around 3 o'clock like everyone else. Really, normally had to wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning or earlier. But I got to looking at ley lines and stuff is what happened. I got a gnat flying around. And I found myself over, where was I at? Wait a minute. I was over here and I was looking at ley lines. Ley lines in Kentucky. 5 things to know about the mysterious Bermuda Triangle of Kentucky. And there's something to this, there really is. And I'm going to speak more about it today. But I got down here and I was looking at these things. Um, Look at this. 6 people have gone missing from the same area. This area is like Clay County, okay? That's fine. This is what I'm talking about right here. There's an area in July of 1986. Residents in the Red Bird and neighboring town of Oneida, this is in Kentucky, say they were visited by a UFO. The residents told Manchester Enterprise that the large square object had a red light and seemingly hovered in the air, making a few passes back and forth over the region. Forest Ranger Roosevelt Spurlock told the Enterprise that it was the scariest thing he had ever seen. The craft reportedly scared animals and emitted a high-pitched whistling noise. Could the 6 missing people be explained by a recent visit from the UFO? So they're reporting seeing a large square object with a red light hovering in the air in Kentucky, making passes back and forth over the region, and it scared the animals and it had a high-pitched whistling noise. This is asking, like this Bermuda Triangle, you all, there is, let me show you something. I am going to show you something. So, down here in the pyramid grid node right here, there is a node on the pyramid of Bermuda Triangle. Good morning. It runs up through here, up through here, up through here, up through here, goes through Kentucky. And this right here, somebody wrote something in the comments about Pilot Mountain. The Pentagon is dead center. The center of the Pentagon is dead center on this ley line that is coming from this area, dead center. But this right here in the Bermuda Triangle, this ley line, let's look at this, you all. It's part of that. That ley line runs through a certain area in Kentucky. Look, there was a cursed rescue mission in Maysville, Kentucky. Look at this. Maysville, Ohio. So Maysville sits along the Ohio River, halfway between Cincinnati, Huntington, West Virginia. Unusual Kentucky. Okay. A barge sank in the West Maysville near Kentucky side of the shoreline sometime in 1992. There were multiple attempts to raise the sunken barge, but they were all unsuccessful. The river went on to claim the 2 Navy minesweepers, a towboat and a salvage boat that actually came to rest on top of the original barge. The Army Corps of Engineers spokesman reportedly called to place the Bermuda Triangle of the Ohio River. Remember Maysville, Kentucky? The tornado, the catastrophic tornado that went straight through Maysville, Kentucky. Remember that? Make sure I got it. Yeah. Well, that's part of this pyramid line that comes straight up through here, you all. With that, this one right here. And you know what? I think this line runs where I'm at too from the pyramid, because I'm right around this region right here. This pyramid ley line from the Bermuda Triangle. When I get awake earlier or later today, I'm going to overlay my region with this pyramid grid node, because there's something to it. There's something to it in that Maysfield, how it was. Look at that. Remember that? The evening, the EF4 tore that town up. There's energy. There's hidden energy all over the place, you all over the place. But they say the Bermuda Triangle of Kentucky, but that's not the only thing. There's vortexes in Kentucky in certain areas. This one place right here. Let me show you this one place. Kentucky's Bermuda Triangle. Wait a minute. Nanahala. Shoot. I messed it up, you all. Let me get down smaller. Because they were talking about this place called, yes, Somerset, Kentucky. I've been there. This right here, Somerset, Kentucky, you all, I think it's not a good area for some people to live. It's got some bad juju in it. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, some bad stuff happens in certain areas, but it affects the people too, this bad energy. The south central town of Somerset, Kentucky. I've had relatives that live there. And it did not bode well. Was recently the subject of an 8-part podcast examining the strange phenomenon around the town of Somerset, Kentucky. They examined whether or not there was a cult of high-class Somerset residents worshiping a green man, and ultimately found the green man part was false. The area is also reportedly ground zero for the so-called Kentucky anomaly, a disruption in the Earth's magnetic force that the podcasters believe may contribute to some of the stranger happenings and odd crimes in the area. When they're saying this, odd crimes, this is a bad area. It really is. You ain't going to, if you're going to grow spiritually, you think you're going to grow in a good way in this area, don't move there. Don't move there, you all. Don't. It's destroyed many lives, and I'm not joking. In Kentucky. Good morning. See, I'm just now finding this out. So it's good that I woke up around 3. It really is. Because I'm going to read more into this, and I am going to do an overlay of this pyramid grid node, because it appears to run straight up through where I live, straight up here. And here's Louisville, Kentucky. That's a center of energy too. You know, you've heard about it in the news, bad stuff happening. There's a really bad part of it too. The pyramid grid node runs straight through there. I think I'm right around this area right here. The ley lines, but this thing right here, and the Pentagon dead center of it, boom, right on this ley line. I'm gonna go, you all. I am trying to see, because that ley line, it runs straight through here, and I'm right up around in here somewhere. Right up around in here somewhere, you all. So I'm going to overlay it and I'm going to pinpoint exactly. So depending how big this, how wide this node is, this ley line, the width of it in the earth, because I can pick it up. I can get my rods out, and there are ley lines on this property. Some are more prominent than the others, very prominent, the energy coming from them. But I didn't know about this, so thank you to the person who put something about this Pilot Mountain thing in the comment section, because I would not have known about this pyramid from the Bermuda Triangle. Actually, this should be my thumbnail right there. But I was talking about the cube that they saw. It was a large it was a large square object that had a red light that scared the animals, and it emitted a high-pitched whistling sound. Going down to Atlantis, let's look. Let's look. Yeah, that's where it's at. We'll look at it a lot more. Who would have known? And you know what Snopes says? You know how they say you have to check Snopes to find out if something's true. No, they lie. They lie. And I'm noticing with Google, they're not giving you very many results anymore at all. They're blocking results, but there probably is like a crystal pyramid there, probably. But these right here, boom. Just think how many people, they know all about this stuff, all about it. There's a gas fault underlying under that area too. Massive destruction. Oh, that's about right, Philip Tilton. And I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Right there, I would not. All the way down through there. But the New Madrid's over here. We'll look into it more, you all, but it's wild. If you're just tuning in, I woke up around 3 in the morning while I was thinking about the spiritual realm. I was, and all of this stuff, and just thinking. And I started reading a comment, and I saw something about this Pilot Mountain. And I read how people go all over the United States. They want to find the rest of these. They want to go where these lines and stuff right here. Look at, see, they put the prominent areas. USMC is located right there. It's the serpent ley line. That's what she was talking about, the serpent ley line, because of the serpent thing in the sea. Stone Mountain, Slave Latitude, Sandstone, Serpent Mound. It's a big circle, you see, in Washington, D.C. And then look what it's on. Boom, this is the dead center of Pilot Mountain. Is this like Escape to Witch Mountain, you all? Come on, let's think about this. Escape to Witch Mountain. Good morning. Where was that located? Because there is energy. There's something going on, you all. Something's going on. I wanted to get out of bed and go to my computer, take this map and pull up my map and put it on the OBS studio and overlay this line to see how close it is to my house. I want to do it, but I'm not doing it right now because it's too early in the morning and I don't want to get up out of bed. I want to listen to the rain on the roof because it's going to get rain all day long. So Mayfield, Kentucky is, look, Somerset. If you are a young couple, don't go live in there. Don't go there. Don't do it. It's messed up. Bad energy. Bad energy. Look, it's the ground zero for the Kentucky anomaly. Somerset, Kentucky. Don't go there. Don't. Don't, oh, it's cheap. Yeah, there's a reason why it's cheap property there. Okay, really, there is. So, does it show Canada? No, but we can pull up, when I get on my computer later today, I'm going to pull up some maps. I am. You're going to look at them. Oh my gosh. And we can overlay this right here. Now, I can't be on here long because when I got on here, my battery was only 23%. I didn't charge it and I left it on the other side of the room. But we can trace these lines up to into Canada too, I bet. They say they like to use Google Maps because you can draw straight lines from certain areas with them. It's wild. It's so wild. I'm gonna go. You're so welcome, you. I am gonna go, but they did. They saw a black cube in Kentucky with the red light, and it had a high-pitched whistling sound, and it scared the animals and the people. It was terrifying. That's 1986, right there. They saw a large square object in the sky. It had a red light, and seemingly it hovered in the air, making a few passes back and forth over the region. And it had, this person said it was the scariest thing he'd ever seen. It reportedly scared the animals and emitted a high-pitched whistling noise. And there was people who was missing too. Well, they probably got the people right there. 6 people gone missing. Unidentified human skulls. There's no telling what happened. So this was about the black UFO, but there's other things happening. That's right. The northern lights are way too beautiful. Is that probably affecting the magnetosphere? Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I didn't sleep well. I guess I didn't. And Maysville, that's where the tornado ripped through. Also, there's power in these ley lines, you all, the Earth's grid. I was really good with my rods at one time because I thought, wow, I found a new toy. I did. I was trying to go around. I could move the ley lines with my dowsing rods. I literally did move some ley lines. The geopathic, the stress ones, you know, that like this one town, the people who had their beds on this ley line, they were, whatever, they got cancer in their heads from this stress ley lines in this one town. They told about it too. All these people who got cancer. I had I went to someone's house and I found the ley lines, these type of ley lines in their house, and they said, could you ask your rods to move these ley lines? I said, can I do that? She goes, you should be. You should be able to. And I didn't know nothing about it. So I asked them, because I found them. I said, could you please move this ley line 5 or 10 feet out? And I did. And that person went back into the house. And they looked where the bed was, and they came back. She said, well, I hate to ask you again, but could you ask them to please move the ley line a little bit further out? And I said, well, I don't like to keep asking. So I did ask, and I did. She came back a second time. A third time, I said, could you please move that ley line completely out of the house? And I went to every single one of those ley lines inside the house. I asked to move them out of the house to where nobody would be laying down getting the bad energy that was coming from them. And it did. I moved all the ley lines out of the house, and I went outside to make sure they were outside the house and did not run anywhere near it. Checked in the driveways. Oh, they were not in the house anymore. And I went over there since then, and I checked for them, and they're still where I moved them in the driveway, you all. And then that may sound strange. It may sound strange, and you may say it's voodoo. No, no, no. You can't dismiss everything as voodoo. You can't. Some people have gifts, okay? Gifts and callings are without repentance, okay? Some people have energy in them. Our bodies are full of energy. Some people have the gifts of healing. We're so much more than they say we are, okay? So much untapped energy in our body and abilities, you all. We're light beings. We really are. Look, Jesus said, if you say to this mountain, be thou removed, it would remove itself. If he said you could move a mountain, come on, there's so much more. They dumbed us down. That's what they did. We're tired of it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm talking about this right here from the pyramid. Appears to run straight through Kentucky, and it looks like it goes straight past my house. That's what I'm saying. And I want to do an overlay of this. I'm talking about a black cube. I was talking about the black cube that was in the sky, the big square object, and that's how I got on it, because I was looking at the ley lines, and it has a high-pitched whistling noise, is what it is. No, I didn't hear about that with the sun and stuff. The northern lights are beautiful. Yeah. You think the cube is interdimensional? I think it has the ability to come and go as it please, but it's in the sky. It is in our skies. You don't make a movie about something like this and just keep adding to it. No, no, you don't do stuff like that. If this did not exist, they would not make movies on it, you all. They would not do it. Mm-mm. They wouldn't. They're everywhere. And this black cube is a very prominent part. You got the Rubik's Cube, too. See, oh, I hope that anomaly you're seeing, I hope these cubes don't come through in the northern lights. I really hope they don't, because when I see those northern lights, I think of the disruption in the magnetic field. It's getting weak. Something has weakened it, and they're getting brighter. But this is like the other dimension right here. This is into the other dimension, the green. Gina, that's make-believe. No, really, the green does show up from the other dimension. It's, they have it in the movies, too. They do. So I'm going to show more of this today, but look at this. The Bermuda Triangle, it actually is a pyramid grid line. You have people who do grid work on the ley lines, and they have power. They have power in them. They really do, you all. But don't move to Somerset, you all. Please don't do it. After reading this, there's no way I'd move there. And because I've heard of bad things happening, really evil things. Like your life gets so messed up if you're there, and the people get messed up. Not everybody, but certain people I've heard bad stories about. I have. And no thank you. No thank you. But the Maysville tornado that went through, that's around that area too. I guess the area must be really wide, that grid line. Really, really. I wonder how wide it is. It's probably wider than 30 feet. Well, I don't know. The ones in my yard is like, they're around maybe 5 feet. I don't know how wide these would be, but I'm going to check it out. Big Sky Dreamer. Wow. Noah's art exhibit. That's a good question. That's a really good question. We're going to pull I'm going to remember your comment. And when we overlay this, we're going to pull up a map of the area. That's an excellent question. It really is. And if it is, well, I'm sure Fort Knox also is Fort Knox has to be somewhere near this. So they've got other military bases, but the military bases bound to be built. See, the U.S. Marine Corps, they're bound to be built on. You got other lines from other things that go this way too, all different types of lines, grid lines. So I don't know, but this one seems like it's a very powerful grid line right here from that pyramid coming straight from it. Um, okay, let's see. Pivel, honey, show the freaking code already, Gina. Well, I already did, and I got sidetracked. I'm looking at these right here. There is no picture. There is no picture of it. It's only the account. It's only the account, and you better be nice to Gina, honey, and tone down your language, because Gina, honey, don't play. Okay, I don't play, please. I don't play. It's too early for you to be playing games with Gina, honey. That's right. So look, they saw a large square object. No, Pixel, honey. If Gina, honey, had live footage, I wouldn't be sitting right here. I'd probably get up on my big computer and do it. Oh, if I ever see one in the sky, I hope I have my cell phone or something else to do a live video. This had a red light on it, and it hovered in the air, making a few passes back and forth over the region. And the forest ranger told this news place the scariest thing he had ever seen. The craft reportedly scared the animals and emitted a high-pitched whistling noise. So this is our information. If we're outside and we're hearing a super high-pitched whistling noise and we get a real eerie feeling and stuff, one of these things is in the air. One of these things is in the sky around us. Even though you may not be able to see it, it may be dark. You may just see a red light or something. It's probably, see, that makes sense. If you see the reddish orange lights in the sky, think about it. If it's really dark at night, you wouldn't see the blackness of a cube. You would not. You would not see this blackness. You would only see the red light because the black is blending in with the sky. So thank you for your comment. So there is a reason you commented. That makes total sense now, you all. It really does. Total sense. We will all be assimilated and exterminated. Yeah. So I'm going to talk more about that later today. That's my intention. I hope it plans out. I do. But I'm going to go, you all. I am. So with that being said, let me zoom up on this. It's like these cubes. I will talk to you all tomorrow or later today. I might try to go back to sleep. And hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, you all. Yes, if you see that in the sky, you will be off. That's right. I think I'd be off. Yeah, we running around, you all. Somebody got to document it. Mark, thank you. Yeah, you don't want to hear no high-pitched sound, Rainbow Turtle. Yeah, yeah, you're the one that'll break their assimilation machine. Rainbow Turtle, honey, you can do it. We will break it. We'll break them. That's right. In the end, they're going to get defeated. You just think, how could they, listen, the government knows that there are sightings about large square objects, and they're being hush-hush. So they can only do this, make movies about it. That's right. I'm going to go, you all. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you, and hello there in New Zealand. I will be seeing you all later today because I'm going to do overlays of maps. We're going to find that pyramid grid Love you.